Hey, I'm Caitlin Liberty. This is my third speech, and I kind of had a hard time choosing a topic for the speech. I guess the topic that I chose was drunk driving, but I kind of feel like I'm contradicting because I have a friend who I'll talk about later on in the presentation who is in jail right now for drunk driving. So it's kind of hard, and I'm just going to kind of go with it and hope that, because I have very strong opinions against it, but we're going to go for it. I'm going to start and end with a poem about drunk driving to kind of give you an idea. The first poem is called Death of an Innocent, and it says, I went to a party, Mom. I remembered what you said. You told me not to drink, so I drank a soda instead. I felt really proud inside, the way you said I would. I didn't drink and drive, even though others said I should. I know I did the right thing. I know you're always right. Now the party's finally ending, Mom, and everyone's driving out of sight. As I got into my car, Mom, I knew I'd get home in one piece, because of the way you raised me, so responsible and sweet. I started to drive away, Mom, but as I pulled out into the road, another car didn't see me, Mom, and hit me like a load. As I lie here on the pavement, Mom, I hear the policeman say, the other guy is drunk, and now I'm the one who'll pay. I'm laying here dying, Mom. I wish you'd get here soon. How could this happen to me, Mom? My life just burst like a balloon. There is blood all around me, and most of it is mine. I hear the paramedics say, I'll die in a short time. I just want to tell you, Mom, I swear I didn't drink. It was the others, Mom. The others didn't think. He was probably at the same party I was. The only difference was he drank, and I will die. Why do people drink, Mom? It can ruin your whole life. I'm feeling sharp pains now, pains just like a knife. The guy who hit me is walking, Mom, and I don't think it's fair. I'm lying here dying, and all he can do is stare. Tell my brother not to cry, Mom. Tell Daddy to be brave. And when I go to heaven, put Daddy's girl on my grave. Someone should have told him, Mom, not to drink and drive. If only they had told him, Mom, I would still be alive. My breath is getting shorter. I'm becoming very scared. Please don't cry for me, Mom. When I need you, you're always there. I have one last question, Mom, before I say goodbye. I didn't drink and drive, so why am I the one to die? That's by Eugenia DePace and some friends. And that poem hit me pretty hard. This is my friend. Obviously, she's not here in person. Her name's Heather Ducasse. And in 2008, she got in a car accident, and the driver of the other car died. And after she went to the hospital and had all her blood work done and stuff, it came down to her word versus the cop's word. The evidence got messed up along the way, and I'm not trying to vow for her and say that what she did was right, because I'm not her. I don't know what went down. I don't know if she did drink that night. I don't know if she didn't. But the evidence isn't right. But anyway, she got sentenced to 12 years in jail. She got 6 suspended. So her 1 year was in February, so she's only got 5 more to go. Once she gets out, she has 4 years of probation, and each year of probation she's required to serve 30 hours of community service that talk about her case and what happened and how everything went down, and to kids about drunk driving, not to do it, whatever. Here are some stats about Maine drunk driving in 2008. In 2008, there were 37 fatal accidents in Maine where at least one driver had a blood alcohol content of 0.08 or above, and 0.08 is the legal limit. 43 people were killed in Maine accidents where at least one driver had a blood alcohol level of 0.08 or above. 4 people were killed in accidents in Maine where at least one driver had a blood alcohol level of 0.01, between 0.01 and 0.07, and there were 47 total deaths caused in Maine where at least one driver had a blood alcohol content of 0.01 or above. We need to buckle down on the people who have previous offenses. Not saying that every person that drinks drives. I'm not saying that every person that drinks kills someone. But we need to stop the people who have prior convictions so they don't end up killing someone. And no one should be responsible for them but themselves. But we need to be responsible for the community and for the people around us and for my family and everyone else's family so we don't lose someone to drinking driving. In Maine, the first offense is known as a DUI, or driving under the influence, or a DWI, which is driving while intoxicated. That's on a police officer's observations, how you're behaving, your speech, roadside sobriety test, all that type of stuff. The second offense is if you're driving with a blood alcohol content of 0.08 or higher, and since 2002 it's been illegal in every state to drive with a blood alcohol content that is above 0.08. An interesting fact for you is every 48 seconds a drunk driver makes another person eligible to park in a handicapped parking spot. That is unreasonable. It's not right, and we need to buckle down on it. I think that in order to buckle down on drunk drivers, we need to raise our awareness levels. Cops need to buckle down and take the responsibility of taking action if the person even has a possibility of being drunk. I know, being a freshman in college, that people like to experiment and people don't use their best judgment, especially when there's a lot of people around at a party, there's some friends, whatever, people don't use their best judgment. We had a incident a while ago where we knew of a guy who planned to drive from Fort Kent to Skowhegan, which is like a 4.5 hour, 5 hour drive. And he was severely intoxicated. And because of our profession and what we want to do with our lives, we didn't bring it up to him. We told him it wasn't a smart idea. He said he was going to do it anyway. We ended up going to someone else who could help us. And that person called the cops and told them the situation, gave them all the information they needed. The cops ended up stopping that kid, and he got off with a warning. He called us an hour later, said that he got stopped by the cops, and he got off with a warning somehow. I'm not really sure how he did it, but it's not right. He was severely intoxicated. We all saw it. It was clear, that he should not have been driving that night. And even though we took the responsibility of protecting other people and trying to do what's best, and he still got away with it, that amazes me. It's not right in any way, shape, or form. Being on the other side and knowing someone like Heather, who is sitting in jail as I do this presentation, as I speak, as I wrote this speech, as I enter and leave my first year of college, as her kids' birthdays go by, it's been 1 year and 2 months since she was sentenced. It's been a good 3 years since the accident, and I'm still reminded on a constant basis, of what's going on and what happened and whatever. And I've seen how it's affected me. I've seen how it's affected her. I've seen how it's affected her family. And I'm not saying what she did was right, because I know it's not. But it's definitely set in a mindset for me to not, now, 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, whatever, don't get in a car when you're drunk. So I really think that we need to buckle down. And like I said, this was a hard speech for me to kind of put it all out on the table, but I hope that we can start making some changes, and because I don't want anyone else, whether it's a drunk driver or a family of someone who's killed by a drunk driver, to have to go through anything like this. So, thanks.